And I learned today that never let fear put restrictions or limitations on what you want to do in life.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Davis, Dean of Students of the Young Women's College Preparatory Academy of Houston ISD, here with several of my 11th grade students. Our students had a wonderful time and learned a great deal. Can't wait to take you back to campus.
Are you truly satisfied in yourself?
Where would you be if you weren't here, if you weren't as successful as you are today?
ពួកយើងសប្បាយរីករាយណាស់ដែលពួកយើងមកពីខាងក្រុម Raven Hope នេះគឺជាកិត្តិយសបំផុតដែលពួកយើងបានចូលរួមនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធី TWEF.
Thank you so much. We're from Cambodia, Raven Hope, and thank you for TWEF for allowing us to be here. We really appreciate that.
It was really empowerment today, talking about financial literacy, how to make a plan, and how to direct your path to a better future. You know what? I'm standing here with Madison High School seniors, as well with the assistant principal, Ms. Lewis, and of course, very own Carla Lane, for the dynamic mentorship program they're going to be having at Madison High School. But it started right here today at the Texas Women Empowerment Foundation.
It's not like the peace next to you, is it? In isolation is only a piece, but if you put it together, and you empower one another, you will have a hope.
Hi, I'm Clarinda McGrady, and today was an amazing day here at the TWEF Empowerment Conference. It was very inspiring for me to see the impact that all the mentors had, all the speakers had, to be able to come together and collaborate and really go forth and put together for these girls. These girls are amazing, they're brilliant, they're awesome.
Texas Women Empowerment. And I'm so excited that our purpose here today was to make sure we're inspiring hope, giving financial awareness, and making sure that these awesome, amazing young women realize that their financial success is contingent on them.
I am so happy to be a part of this event. This is a great event, and the Texas Women Empowerment Foundation is doing a remarkable job in terms of having an impact on young people.
Building tomorrow's young ladies today. That's what TWF is all about.
TWF! And I'm telling you, Tina is such a woman of integrity and character, just a classy personality. She called and she worked and she scheduled with Solange, and Solange changed her schedule and actually is on her way out of the country. But said, Devra, because we want to keep the integrity and the character and the relationship with TWF and who Miss Knowles is, just a wonderful personality, she said, I'm going to bring in Solange to accept the award on her behalf. And because we wanted you to have this award, Solange, because of the great personality and the leader you are. And the young girls in this room have the opportunity to see you firsthand and the difference you have made and the difference they can make. And so you inspire us all, and we appreciate you so very much. God bless you.
Thank you guys so much for having me here today. It's a huge honor to stand before you right here in my hometown in Houston and see so many incredibly beautiful young women out there who remind me of myself. I'm so happy to be here and accept this award on behalf of my mother. My mother, Tina Knowles Lawson, was the keynote speaker for last year's luncheon, and she shared with me her nervousness about speaking last year. She spent many hours preparing this great speech, but after praying with her pastor that day, my extremely private mother, not so private as of 2 weeks ago when she joined Instagram, but back then she was private. She decided to tear up the speech and speak straight from the heart. And she bravely told her story in hopes that it might inspire or help other women. The response was incredibly overwhelming. Women from across the country wrote her, and she has heard countless stories about how her story has inspired women to find themselves again, helped them to give the courage to leave unhealthy relationships, to have hope and faith, and to know that you can find love again at any age. And growing up and seeing that as an example, as I'm sure you can imagine, I feel so incredibly blessed. My mother, for as long as I can remember, has always supported many organizations and charities. If you ask her for help, she will hop on a plane in a minute. In a crisis situation, you can depend on her to jump on the next thing smoking. But because of all the travel and sometimes thinking she's a superwoman, she was told by her doctors to limit her flying after just recovering from a bout with asthma and a hospital stay as a result of flying 6 days in a row. She never stops. So when she called me to come in her place, of course, I couldn't say no to the woman who never says no. When she told me about all of the great work that was being done at TWEF, I was honored to be here today. And honestly, I know firsthand about the woman who never says no because I've been on the other end saying, my son's father's gonna give me a heart attack. I need you to come here and help me fix this house. She is truly, I'm sorry, Ayana, Mrs. Fix My Life. The one thing that is really special to me is my mother and I share a passion for anything that helps empower people to achieve their dreams. I attribute this to both of my parents who instilled in a passion for us to give back at a very early age. I can remember as early as 6 years old at St. John's Church downtown, feeding the homeless and constantly knowing the importance of doing the work. I also had incredible mentors along the way outside of my parents for my personal journey to help me to become the woman that I am today, to give me the confidence to stand on my own 2 feet and be who I am wholeheartedly. And it's so wonderful that you young women also have that here with these mentors here today. It's invaluable. I hope that you take it all in and you appreciate it, because I honestly can confidently say I would not be who I am today or have the confidence to really express myself at the level that I feel great that I can now. I had women along the way. Some of them are here today. Ms. Cruzo, Vernell here. I had teachers. I was lucky enough to grow up in a hair salon, so I had about 25 aunties who were mentors to me. And honestly, I just applaud Houston as a city and all of the wonderful work that they do here, and women like you who saw a need and had a dream and was willing to work tirelessly to make that a reality. In closing, I encourage you to continue to support as many organizations like this as possible, because you never know who we could be helping to shape the life of a future president, a future astronaut, or whatever your heart desires. Just having women here to be of great influence and empowerment. And I honestly was so nervous. I gave her a hug earlier and got a sweat pit stain on her dress in true salon fashion. Although I did say earlier I don't speak in third person, but I did just do that, didn't I? But honestly, it feels really great to be home and to accept this on behalf of an incredible woman who was just a superwoman growing up. There's no way I could have said no to this, and I'm happy to be home. Thank you so much. I was a different kind of girl. I've always kind of marched to the beat of my own drum and dressed very expressively and listened to different music. And sometimes I didn't trust the process, even though I knew that that was who I was. I would, do things to maybe try to fit in or conform for the world to accept who I felt they thought that they wanted to see. And it honestly has become, a huge part of my career and who I am, and a huge part of my success is being who I am and expressing that even when sometimes it feels unsteady. So I would say to the young girls that it's a long road and there's going to be ups and downs, but if you just trust the process and you can be patient through all of those steps and stages. I mean, I remember being 17 and finding out I was pregnant with my son, and it seemed like the whole world had turned against me and that I was never going to be able to recover from that. And here I am today, almost 30, happily married with a beautiful son and really making waves in my careers is exactly where I wanted to be. And I know now that couldn't have happened without that stepping stone. So just trust the process. Don't worry about the armpit stains along the way. Everything's going to be okay, but that's what I would say.
And we are so proud of her. But you really got started young. You knew what you wanted to do when you were what? Just 9 or 10? You won a 4th grade award as a songwriter.
I did. I entered the United Way, had a songwriting contest. And that's where my heart really is, in songwriting. And a lot of people don't know I've actually written a lot of songs for Destiny's Child and my sister. And I was 15, which is some of you guys' age when I started doing that. And, it definitely has been a sense of knowing what I wanted to do, but not necessarily knowing how to get there, even though I had a family with resources and connections that still didn't provide me the pathway that I wanted to go. And so it's just been a journey. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.